Hello and welcome to Turn Words into Sales, where I'm going to give you 6 secrets from my 20-year career in copywriting. I've worked for companies big and small, and when it comes to copywriting, what makes for good copywriting is not different for a big company than it is from a small company. It's all about the ability to tap into what people need to see in order for you to persuade them to buy from you or to believe that you're credible. So we've got 6 tips today that you can take away straight away and use to persuade more people to buy from you. The first tip is show, don't tell. I can't overestimate how important this is. Telling is easy. I can tell you anything. I can tell you I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm an expert architect. It's much harder for me to show you that I'm good at those things. So for instance, if I tell you that I'm good at football, I might not be able to show you that I'm good at football. So if you've got a way to show your potential customers that you're good at something, don't pass up the opportunity to do that in favor of just lightly telling them something, because there's a really good chance that it will just waft right over them because it sounds nice, but they've heard it all before. Here's a good example from a client of mine. I've changed their name here. They're not really called Sparky Electrical, but they are electricians. And they did describe themselves as a leading electrical company specializing in blah, blah. But I said to them, who have you worked for? And the answer was that they had some really good clients, Madame Tussauds, Macquarie Bank, and Ramsay Healthcare being just 3 of them. So instead of saying that they were a leading electrical company, we showed their potential customers that they're a leading company by using the brands or the companies that they've worked for. Ramsay Healthcare operates hospitals. You have to assume that they're going to go out and find themselves a really good electrician, because the consequences of having an electrical malfunction in a hospital are enormous. So by telling you, yes, I'm telling you that Ramsay Healthcare is a client of mine, but I'm showing you that I'm leading. Because if you were to Google electrical contractors, you'd probably find that half a dozen of them or more in your area describe themselves as leading. So it becomes meaningless. As the potential customer, you're like, yeah, you're leading, but what have you got that actually means something to me? Another example of showing, not telling, is here on Gary Vaynerchuk's page. Gary Vaynerchuk is a New York Times best-selling author. He's a big name in the world of online marketing. He's got some information on his site that tells you that he's a big name in online marketing, but the bit that I'm interested here on the page is where he's showing you that he's a credible expert. And he's showing you that he's a credible expert by telling you, yes, telling you all the people, all the news sources that have relied on him for a source of expert comment. If you've spoken to the New York Times, Forbes, Fortune, Entrepreneur, Fast Company, Mashable, Wall Street Journal, and all of those, chances are you know what you're talking about. So he's showing you that he knows what he's talking about.